By simply belief by itself many times is enough to simply open a door. That's right. Mm-hmm. There's some doors that are opening and some doors that are ready to open simply because you believe. Amen. And the reverse of that is absolutely true. There's some doors that will not open because you don't even believe to start with. That's right. That's right. Walk it out. Doubt will keep doors shut. Doubt will keep doors closed in your face. Mm-hmm. You keep saying you can't, I guarantee you will do just what you say. That's right. Can. Amen. Won't. You say it's impossible, then that's exactly what it is. And the only reason many of you are not obtaining and not accomplishing because you're not telling yourself the right stuff. All right. You're not going to convince nobody of nothing you ain't convinced about yourself. It'd be hard pressed. It'd be hard for me to get up here and preach this gospel of Jesus if I didn't believe it first. You must, hear me now, you must learn as people of God. I'm motivating you, but this is very important for you too. See, there's a lot of folks that can have, if we lived in church, if we went home and got our stuff, don't bring everything because you know everything can't fit, and we moved our stuff in church, many of us could be millionaires if we lived in church. Because in church you got faith. Huh? Right. I mean, your church, your faith can go and you be dancing in here and going through all kinds of, and can't nobody knock you off your horse. Can't nobody convince you that you're not an overcomer. In church. Amen. In church, man, you can get to lifting your voice and clapping your hands and marching around and giving money. All kinds of stuff. You can do anything in church. You get folks outside the church, you got a whole other situation. Why? Because you got folks that you got to go around that ain't in church and they don't go to church. So you want to have a conversation, but you got to have a conversation a certain kind of way. Otherwise, they're not going to understand what you're saying. So the question is, are you going to talk like them or are they going to talk like you? Well, you know the truth. You know how it goes. In most cases, we compromise our church talk. We compromise our faith talk and we start talking like them because we don't want them to say anything crazy about us. We don't want them to suggest that we are deep, but I keep telling you there's only one alternative to being deep. If you don't want to be deep, all you is shallow. And if you don't mind shallow, then go ahead and be shallow. But there's a people, there is a remnant of God that will be the same way in here and out there. And there's a certain select few that are going to have the faith that it takes to be successful on Wall Street. Wall Street, hear me now. Everybody on Wall Street not shucking and jiving. There's some folks on Wall Street. There's some folks on Main Street. There's some folks on State Street. There's some folks on Welly, some Whitney, on Shelton. You name it, wherever there's a street. God got somebody. You're not the only one that believes God. It's just that you're the only one that come up in church